Hi, welcome to our 5 Minutes News. I'm Lunia. MSF, Médecins Sans Frontières, also refers to Doctors Without Borders, is an international, independent, non-profit humanitarian organization that provides emergency aid to people that are affected by armed conflict, epidemics, natural disasters, and exclusion from healthcare. However, the event in 2015 that directly related to this organization had greatly aroused public tension and became an acute political affair. Now let's take a look in Middle East. In July 2015, an airstrike had hit a hospital that ran by MSF in northern Yemen, killing at least 11 staffs and over 400 innocent citizens. Two other patients died while being transferred to another hospital in Yemen, while 5 of the patients remained hospitalized, according to MSF. The conflicts in Yemen have become more frequent and chaos, which led to a more severe damage and aftermaths. During the air attack, 6 people were killed on the MSF-supported health center in Sadar. Another strike came in Ebs, less than 48 hours on the Quranic school in Adar's Hayden district, which caused 10 children's death. The underlying cause behind this disaster was the conflict between Saudi Arabia coalition and its neighboring country Yemen that began on March 25, 2015. Heralding the start of a military intervention storm. The death toll continued to rise. Not only innocent citizens died under the disastrous and pernicious indiscriminate bombings, the death of MSF staffs were even more mournful. According to the latest news report, the international president of MSF, Dr. Giovanni Liu, had addressed on United Nations Security Council on September 28, 2016 in New York, saying that we are not targets.
Stop bombing hospital. Stop bombing health workers. Stop bombing patients.
Consequently, the security of humanitarian aid in Yemen was being greatly threatened. Medical organizations are vital in battlefields since they provide medical services for wounded people and other patients that depend on for surviving. Such institutions should not be experiencing any horrific attacks in any case and in any situation.
طبي خدماتونو ته لاسرسي نه لري د اقتصادي ضعیف دي او لري پروتو سیمو کې دي MSF یوازینۍ شفاخانه و چې هغه بدون د تعویضه بدون د نجات بدون د تور سپین بدون د مخالفو.
If helpers are being killed that easily, it then indicates a humanitarian catastrophe, which is the most deploring fact for a country. It is also unacceptable that patients, hospital staffs, and caregivers were killed while they were receiving and providing medical services. The position here is crystal clear. Attacking hospitals and medical workers is a non-negotiable red line. As such, it must be set out in all military manuals, rules of engagement, and standard operating procedures. Bombings and attacks are persisting in Yemen. It also reflects a lack of political will among member states fighting in coalitions and those who enable them.
Airstrikes have intensified. Hospitals are already struggling to care for people.
As the hostilities contain lack of control and the sacrifice of MSF staffs were still rising, the situation has pushed the MSF organization into a dilemma. Should it retreat from the place that require medical services the most, but also dangerous the most? In a nutshell, conflicts and wars should not involve hospitals and innocents. Battles are tragic enough, Please don't bring up a more manically humanitarian tragic onto the situation. Thank you all for listening. I'm Luna. I'll see you next time.